to the public again. I'm not reopening it. I didn't see Mr. Stone's notification there. Desiree, go ahead. Howard Rose, you next.
So I have a question regarding pedestrian flow and safety. If you are walking from building 13 to the opening at Herrick and Palisade, and you want to stay on sidewalks for purposes of being safe, the sidewalk seems to end before you get to building 2, or you can follow it around towards the front of building 2 and building 3. But then there is a concrete stairs with handrails, which would make it not accessible for parents with children in strollers, people who use a wheelchair or a walker. And so I'm curious how pedestrian safety is taken into consideration with that kind of flow, thinking about families who want to access the park, walk someplace else, commuters who are going to go catch a bus.
There was a motion on the table.
Okay. Ready.
Let's vote.
Go ahead, Roz. Roll call.
Vice Chair Stern,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
Ms. Ramos Reiner,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Swart.
All right.
You have to.
Cool. Thank you. All right, guys. So my name's Elam Okansi. I work as a housing organizer with Fairshare Housing Center, and I'm here today to share a brief statement about the resolution in front of the board today, the one you're considering memorializing about the affordable housing site. I first want to start off by saying thank you for the opportunity to speak. I believe what I have to share today is in the interest and welfare of the broader Teaneck community. So, like I was saying, I'm an organizer with Fairshare Housing Center. We're a public interest nonprofit dedicated to defending the housing rights of low-income communities. And the RAHO zone is one of the zones that came about from our litigation work in our agreement with Teaneck to meet their constitutional obligation. And I think it's very awesome that in the future there are going to be 16 for sale units for low-income families to acquire and move into. But after reviewing the site plan and also the last planning board meeting, we just have a couple questions to bring up to the board. Number one is, are you all aware that in Teaneck's affordable housing ordinance, specifically ordinance 5241, adopted May 26, 2019, actually March 26, 2019, in section D under new construction, point number 2, it states that in inclusionary developments, to the extent possible, low and moderate income units shall be integrated with market rate units. So I just wanted to ask, why are the affordable housing units segregated to one building? And also, are the market rate units and the affordable units going to share the same HOA, homeowners association, or is that going to be segregated too? And I will defer the rest of my time to whoever's next.
My question relates to comment made in the Good and Welfare by Mr. Elam. This is regarding to an Affordable Care Act. I guess it's 5241 Section B. Is this something that should have been brought up to the board during the previous meeting?
I'm not sure what you mean being brought up to the board.
Well, I mean, it's talking about the inclusion of the affordable housing to be integrated into the development of the townhomes. Is this something that we should have known when this was presented to us at our last meeting?
I mean, it is known. It was on the record.
It was known, and if I can just point out, both the board planner and the applicant's planner went through that in detail during the application. And the board's planner reviewed it and gave, and put it in his review letter.
Howard, let me explain maybe this to you. It was the opinion of those people who spoke earlier that it's in violation of that ordinance. It is an opinion of the people who spoke last week and gave testimony that is not in violation. And that's what their testimony, that was what their discussion is. So it's a disagreement of interpretation, and we had voted last week based on what we got, our interpretation. Does that answer your question, Howard?
Remake the motion, memorialize approving the memorialization of resolution PB 2020-16, editing it to confirm that the NFPA 13 and the higher fire standards relate to the affordable housing apartment building
Only.
Second.
only. Yes.
Okay. So the motion's been revised and second
Schwartz and Stern.
by
Roll call.
Schwartz and second by Stern. Roll call, Rosalind.
Vice Chair Stern,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson? Can you hear me?
Yes, unmute yourself, Roz. Just give him a second. Howard Thompson, unmute. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm here, yes.
Go ahead, Roz. You said yes.
Ms. Ramos Reiner,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Schwartz,
Yes.
Captain